Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am going to be comparing two liquid blushes that I've recently tried and loved. So they are the Armani Beauty Luminous Silk Cheek Tint versus the YSL Make Me Blush Liquid Blush. As you can see, they're very different colors. I'm not comparing based on the color they are, but the quality, which one I think is more worth your money. So before we get into the fun part, please make sure to give this a huge thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. It would mean the world to me if you did. So subscribe, join the family. But if you want to see me compare these two blushes, stay tuned for the rest of the video. Okay guys, we can just jump right in because I'm really excited to see these two side by side, see how they compare to each other and see which one I think is more worth it, because I feel like both really stood out to me when I tried them, and I want to see how they're similar, how they're different, and which one I would rather spend money on. So the first one that I have pulled up is the Armani Beauty Luminous Silk Cheek Tint. So this one goes for $39. It's definitely up there. You get 6 different shades to choose from. I chose the shade 41 Flaming Red, so it's a true red. Out of my comfort zone, both of them are, but I love both. So it's 0.4 ounces that you get in here, and then it's hydrating, it's a liquid formula, it's a radiant finish, a lightweight liquid blush that quickly melts into skin to deliver a luminous flush of color for a glowing makeup look that lasts up to 12 hours. So it's light coverage. And then it says this hydrating cheek tint is made with microfill technology, allowing it to blend seamlessly into skin without looking patchy, which is true, it does not look patchy, at least not from my experience. The buildable formula can be used to create a healthy looking flush of color or a sun-kissed look. So I love the sound of that. And then next up we have the Yves Saint Laurent Make Me Blush 12-Hour Blurring Liquid Blush. So there is also 6 shades to choose from here. I got the shade 54 Berry Bang, so it's a deep red berry. So they both have that red vibe going, but the YSL one is definitely more like purpley mauvey to me than red. It has 0.51 ounces, so this one has more product in it, and it's also $39. So they're the same price, but you get about 10, 11, or 0.10 or 0.11 ounces more in the YSL than you do in the Armani. Supposed to be long wearing, liquid formula, a highly pigmented and creamy liquid to powder blush that's blendable, buildable, and melts into skin for a blurring cloud or soft cloud finish and up to 12 hours of wear. So same thing as the Armani. This is a weightless and long-lasting liquid blush with a creamy formula that stays all day and dries like your favorite powder blush. It's ultra buildable for a healthy flush or a rush of vibrant color, and easily blendable for a blurred, soft, cloud-like finish, which is very true. I love the way that this looks when it's on the skin. I will say, just reading the descriptions of both, they sound so similar. Let me know if I'm crazy, but they sound like they were written by the same person almost, like just with what they're supposed to do, what the finish is, how long they last, almost everything. I feel like the only real difference between the two is the color and the fact that YSL has more product in it than the Armani one does. So I'm gonna swatch both of them so we can see what they look like next to each other. I absolutely love the big doe foot applicator that's on the YSL one. I feel like it's the perfect size for a cheek product. So I'm gonna swatch that, and then the doe foot applicator on the Armani one is a little bit smaller. I like the shape of the YSL one a little bit better, but it's still nice. It still gets the job done, and it's still a really good size. So here they are side by side. Obviously YSL on top, the purpley one, and then Armani on bottom, the red. They look really similar. I will say though, the Armani one is a little bit more like, not matte, but it's a little bit more kind of satin or mattified down than the YSL. The YSL looks a little bit more like radiant and liquidy. So that's the only real difference that I'm seeing at the moment. Obviously the real determiner is gonna be when they're on my skin. So I already have all of my makeup applied. These two products are the last step that I need to take to see which one is more worth it. So I think I'm gonna apply Armani on my left. I'm gonna do YSL on my right. I'm just gonna apply them how I would a regular blush. Use my little dense side of my Patrick Ta brush to blend them in, because that's what I always do. And then obviously once that's done, I'll come back and show you guys what they look like next to each other, similarities, differences, what I like, what I don't like about both, and then let you know which one I think is more worth it. So let's get started. Okay guys, I am back. Both blushes are applied. I'm honestly a little bit torn right now. I was expecting to see more of a difference between the two once I put them on, because they're so different in the swatch. So I'm a little bit surprised at how similar they are, and I do also feel like for being two completely different colors, when I have them on my cheeks, I could see the difference, but it's not a huge difference. So that was also very surprising to me. I think the main difference that I'm noticing, which was also shocking, I feel like the Armani one is a little bit more like radiant. Like it's like giving a little bit more dewy on my cheeks when it's on and applied versus the YSL one. The YSL one is still like dewy and radiant, but I feel like the Armani one is a little bit more of that. And I was not expecting that, again, because in the swatch, the YSL one looked like it was gonna be that way, more so than Armani. So it's a little bit surprising. I would say they were both pretty similar to blend out. I didn't really notice like a huge difference. A little goes a long way with both. So with both of these products, you do not need a ton, like literally just the tiniest dot of application to get a very pigmented result. So be careful, be sparing. Both look so beautiful though. I don't know. Neither of them accentuated my pores. Neither of them blurred my pores, nothing like that. So I wasn't expecting them to. But both of them look so gorgeous. They're so similar to where like it's really hard to tell. But I do feel like that makes my decision a little bit easier, because I feel like because they're the same price, they have the same kind of shade range, the result is almost exactly the same, obviously with the exception of them being a different color on my face. I think the only real difference between the two, they even both last 12 hours in the claim or in the description. So the only real difference is how much product you get. In the packaging, you get more in the YSL one than you do in the Armani one. And I prefer the doe foot applicator on the YSL one as well. So with that being said, I feel like since they're both pricey, but they're both the same cost, if I had to choose one, I would probably go with the YSL, because again, they're so similar in the result that you get that I really would not notice the difference if I didn't know that I had two different brands on. So with the YSL, you're paying the same price, but you do get more product, so you get more for your money, and it's just beautiful. It's gonna give you a really great result. If you were really wanting the Armani, you're not gonna be disappointed, so by all means go for it if that was like what you had your heart set on. But if you couldn't decide between the two, you only wanted one, and you're wondering which one you'll get more out of, they're very close. Like it's hardly any difference that you could tell. But since you do get a little bit more in the packaging with the YSL, I would say that makes it a little bit more worth it. Other than that, they're very similar in the result, what they do for you, how long they last, all that fun stuff. So I would say if you had to choose one, go with YSL. You can't go wrong either way though. So that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed though. Comment and let me know what you think about how both turned out on me, which one you prefer, if there's another one you want me to try. Just let me know. Give this a huge thumbs up for me, and please subscribe to my channel, but stay tuned and I will see you guys in the next video.